Continued, page 50. Chapter 4, heading Story Writing. তোমরা বাংলায় লেখা ছোট গল্প এর আগে পড়েছ। এখন তোমাদের ছোট গল্প ইংরেজিতে লেখার চেষ্টা করতে হবে। গল্পের একটি কাহিনী বা প্লট থাকে, সেই প্লটের ওপর পয়েন্টস বা আউটলাইন্স পরীক্ষায় দেওয়া থাকবে। পয়েন্টগুলি কয়েকবার পড়লে একটা প্লট বা গল্প তোমার মনে আসবে। Number 1, heading How to write a story. Steps. Number 1, গল্পের আউটলাইন বারবার পড়ে গল্পের প্লটটি তৈরি করো। Number 2, গল্পের একটি নাম বা টাইটেল দেবে এবং প্রতিটি লেটার বড় হাতের হবে। Number 3, আউটলাইনের ওপর পর্যায়ক্রমে বাক্য লিখবে। গল্পে প্যারাগ্রাফ দেবে। Number 4, গল্পের মধ্যে একটি বা দুটি ডায়ালগ লিখতে অবশ্য চেষ্টা করবে। নাম্বার 5, পশু পাখি নিয়ে গল্পের ব্র্যাকেটে ফেবলস শেষে মরাল দেবে এবং মানুষের প্রোনাউন আই, ইউ, হি, শি ব্যবহার করবে। নাম্বার 6, গল্পটি লিখতে ভার্বের পাস্ট টেন্স ব্যবহার করবে। Page 51. Number 2. Topic. Write a story on the following. Outlines. A crow, thirsty, flying for water, found a pitcher, water at the bottom, could not reach, made a plan, dropped stones into the pitcher, water rose, crow could drink. Heading The Clever Crow. One day a crow was thirsty. He was flying here and there in search of খোঁজে water. He got no water. At last he found a pitcher কলসি. There was a little water at the bottom of it, but he could not get at it. How can I drink it? Said the crow to himself. The clever crow made out a plan মতলব. He saw some stones nearby নিকটে. He dropped them one by one into the pitcher. The level of water rose up ওপরে উঠল. The crow could drink the water to its fill প্রাণ ভরে. নিচে morals. Where there is a will, there is a way. Number 3. Write a story on the following. Outlines. A crow stole meat on the top of a tree. Fox saw, wanted to have it. Fox praised the beauty of the crow, wanted to hear her voice. Crow pleased, she cawed. Meat dropped, fox took it. Heading The Fox and the Crow. A crow stole a piece of meat. She sat on the top of a tall tree to enjoy the prize. A fox saw her. I shall have the meat for supper, said the sly fox to himself. The fox sat under the tree. He spoke in his polite voice. Good day, Mistress Crow. How well you are looking today. Page 52. You are the most beautiful bird of the forest, but I have not heard your voice. It also must be very beautiful. The vain crow was pleased by these words. She believed every word of the fox. She wanted to please খুশি করা the fox with her beautiful voice. She opened her mouth wide to caw. Down dropped the piece of meat. The fox took it before it touched the ground. নিচে flatters তোষামোদকারী are not to be trusted বিশ্বাস করা. Number 4. Frame a story from the following. Outlines. A fox invited a stork. Stork went to fox, put the dinner in dishes. Stork could not drink. Fox alone ate it. Stork invited the fox. Food in narrow jugs. This time fox could not drink. Stork alone ate. Fox watching. Heading: The Fox and the Stork. Once a fox invited a stork (সারস পাখি) to a dinner with him. The stork accepted the invitation. He reached the fox's house. He found that the fox had put the dinner in two flat dishes. The stork could not eat anything because of his long beak. "Don't you like the dinner?" asked the fox. "If you do not eat them, I will eat it for you." So saying, the fox had his own dinner and the stork's as well. Soon after, the stork invited the fox to a dinner. The stork put the food in two jugs with narrow necks. This time it was the fox who could not reach the food. He had to watch while the stork ate both the dinner. Morals: if you play mean tricks on others, they might do the same to you. Page 53. Number 5. Write a story on the following. Outlines: A fox hungry saw some grapes. They were hanging high. Fox jumped, could not reach, tried again and again, failed, gave up hopes. Thought grapes are sour, left heavy hearted. Heading: The Fox and the Grapes. One day a fox was hungry (ক্ষুধার্ত). He wanted some food. Soon he saw some grapes in a garden. The grapes were hanging over the wall. They were high up from the ground. His mouth began to water. The fox jumped up to get at the grapes, but he could not reach them. He tried again and again in vain (বৃথা). He was then fed up পরিশ্রান্ত. At last the fox gave up all hopes. "I think," said the fox to himself, "those grapes are sour." So saying, the fox left the place with a heavy heart. Morals: A fool hates ঘৃণা করা what he cannot get. Number 6. Write a story on the following. Outlines: A dog got a meat, crossing a bridge, saw its shadow in water, took it another dog with another meat, wanted that piece, barked, meat fell, dog lost his meat. Heading: The Greedy Dog. One day a dog got a piece of meat. He was crossing পার হচ্ছিল a bridge সেতু with the meat in his mouth. He saw his shadow ছায়া in the water below. He took this for another dog with another piece of meat in its mouth. He became greedy লোভী to get it. "I must have that piece of meat too," said the foolish dog to himself. He opened his mouth to bark. His own piece of meat fell into the water. The dog lost his meat for his greed. Morals: Greed is not good. Number 1. Number 2. Don't lose substance for shadow. Number 7. Frame a story from the following. Outlines: A hare met a tortoise, laughed at the slow steps. Tortoise angry, offered a race. Hare ahead, lay down to sleep. Tortoise ran on. Hare woke, ran fast. Tortoise reached goal. Heading: The Tortoise and the Hare. Once a hare (খরগোশ) met a tortoise ব্র্যাকেটে কচ্ছপ, the hare laughed at the slow steps ব্র্যাকেটে পদক্ষেপ of the tortoise. The tortoise became angry. Let us run a race, said the tortoise. Page 54. The race was on one fine morning. The hare ran fast. He was much ahead of the tortoise. The hare was sure of success and lay down to sleep for a while. The tortoise did not stop. He ran on and on. He came close to the goal. The hare woke up. He saw the tortoise ahead of him. He ran as fast as he could, but he was too late to win the race. The tortoise had already crossed the line. Morals: slow but steady wins the race. Number 8. Make out a story from the following. Outlines: a lion sleeping. Mouse ran into lion's nose. Lion angry, about to kill it. Mouse prayed for life. Lion let it free. Later, lion was netted. Roared. Mouse heard. Cut the net. Lion free. Heading: The Lion and the Mouse. Once a lion was sleeping in a forest. A little mouse was playing nearby. By chance it ran into the lion's nose. The lion woke up angrily. He was about to kill the mouse. Please don't kill me, my lord, said the mouse. I must return your kindness. The lion smiled. He, however, let the little animal go. A little later, the lion was caught in a hunter's (brackete shikari) net. He roared to free himself. The mouse heard the roar. It rushed to the spot and cut the net with his sharp teeth. The lion became free. Morals: Number 1. A little act of kindness is never wasted. (brackete britha). Number 2. One good turn deserves another. Page 55. Number 9. Write a story on the following outlines. A lion killed many animals every day. Animals held a meeting. Planned to send one animal daily. Turn of a hare. Went late. Lion angry. Hare told another lion, stopped him. Lion very angry. Asked the hare about the other lion. Hare took him to a well. Saw his own image in water. Jumped into the well and died. Heading: The Lion and the Hare. Once there lived a lion in a forest. He used to kill many animals every day. The animals held a meeting. The meeting planned that every day one animal would go for the lion's meal. So every day one animal went to the lion and the lion killed him. One day it was the turn of a hare. The hare was clever, so he went to the lion very late. The lion became very angry. He asked, "Why are you so late?" "A lion stopped me on the way," said the hare. The lion became very angry. He asked the hare, "Where is that lion?" The hare said, "Come with me." The hare took the lion to a well and told him to look into the well. The lion did so. He saw his own image (brackete chaya) in water and took it for another lion. He jumped at once into the well to kill him. The lion died in the well. Morals: Intelligence is more powerful than physical strength. Number 10. Write a story on the following outlines. A young frog saw an ox. Told his mother that he had seen a large animal. Mother did not believe him. She thought she was bigger than the ox. She puffed herself. At last burst. Heading: The Ox and the Frog. A frog lived in a field with its young ones. One day an ox came to the field to graze. The young frog saw that ox. He had never seen such a big animal before. Soon he returned home and told his mother, "I have seen a big animal in the field." "How big was it?" asked the mother frog. "Like me," the young frog replied. "He was much bigger than you." Then the mother frog puffed (folano) herself and asked, "Was that animal as big as I am now?" The young frog replied, "Much bigger than you." The mother frog became very angry. She puffed herself again and again to compare herself with the ox. At last she burst like a balloon. Morals: don't try to be what you cannot be. Page number 56. Number 11. Write a story on the following outlines. A jackal searching for food enters weaver's house, falls into an indigo tank, comes out turned blue. Other animals wonder. Jackal declared himself sent by God to rule over. Old jackals suspect, try to unmask, cried all together in the evening. Blue jackal joins them. Other animals now know him, kill him. Heading: The Blue Jackal. One night a jackal was searching for food. He went to a weaver's house. There was a tumbler (boro gamla) full of blue water. The jackal could not see it in darkness. He suddenly fell into it. The jackal turned totally blue at once. Next morning he walked along the forest. All the animals became surprised to see him. He took the chance and said, "I am sent by God to rule over you as your king." Most of the animals believed him, but some old jackals doubted him. They planned to unmask (mukhosh khola) him. One evening together they started to cry at their loudest. The blue jackal could not stop himself from crying. At once the other animals came to know him for a jackal. They fell upon him and tore him into pieces. Morals: too much cunning over chases itself. Number 12. Write a story on the following outlines. A fox, thirsty, came to a well, jumped into it, drank water, cannot get out. A goat comes there. Fox praises the sweetness of the water, invites the goat. Goat jumps down. Fox leaps upon its back and gets out of the well. Goat remains inside. Heading: The Goat and the Fox. Once a thirsty fox went to drink water from a well. The water lay very low. The fox jumped into the well to drink water, but he could not get out of the well. He tried his best, but all in vain. In the meantime, a goat came along to drink water. Seeing the fox down there, the goat cried out, "Hey, what are you doing there?" The cunning fox acted in a flash. "I am here to taste the water," said the fox. "The water is very sweet. Come and you can taste it." The foolish goat believed it and jumped into the well. The sly fox quickly got upon the goat's back and came out of the well. The foolish goat stayed inside to die. Morals: look before you leap. Page 57. Number 13. Write a story on the following. Outlines. A wolf saw a lamb, wanted to kill it, find some excuse. Why making water muddy? Water ran from the wolf to lamb. Wolf said not to argue, blamed the lamb for calling names. Lamb was not born then. Wolf blamed lamb's father and killed the lamb. Heading: The Wolf and the Lamb. One day a wolf (necre) saw a lamb at some distance down a stream (choto nodi). There is my supper, thought the wolf, but I will have to find some excuse (chuto) for killing such a harmless nishpap lamb. So he shouted down at the lamb, Why are you making my drinking water muddy? Ghola. How can I spoil your water? It runs downwards from you to me and not from me to you. Don't argue, torko, said the wolf. I know you. Why did you call me bad names last year? Oh, sir, said the lamb, a year ago I was not even born. Well, shouted the wolf, if it was not you, then it was your father, and it is all the same. So saying, he fell upon the helpless lamb and killed it. Number 1. Morals. A wicked person does find an excuse to harm others. Number 2. An excuse will serve a tyrant shechachari. Number 14. Write a story on the following. Outlines. A man had wonderful goose, laid golden egg every day. Man happy, sold them, became rich, wanted more eggs at a time. Cut open the belly, no egg, goose died, man mad. Heading: The goose with golden eggs. A man had a magic goose, Rajvangshi. It laid, Partho, a golden egg every day. The man became very happy. He sold the golden eggs in the market. He became rich very soon. He was greedy, lobhi. He wanted more than one egg at a time. I will cut open the belly of the goose, said the man to himself, and get many golden eggs all at a time. Thinking thus, he cut open the goose, but alas, high, he found no egg in it. The goose died. The man became sad and mad. He cried aloud. Morals. Number 1. Greed, lobe, brings ruin, dhangsho. Number 2. Want more, lose all. Page number 58. Number 15. Write a story on the following outlines. A milkmaid daydreams, going to market with a can of milk on head, started dreaming, earn more and more money, be richer, build building, wear nice dress. Young men would want to marry her, refused, shook her head. Can of milk fell down. Heading: The milkmaid and her dream. Once there lived a milkmaid in a village. She used to sell milk in the market. She had a bad habit of daydreaming, diba shopno. One day the milkmaid was going with a can of milk on her head. In the midway she started thinking what she would do with the money that she would get. She would be richer one day. She would build big buildings. Her dress would be the nicest. Many young men would want to marry her, but she would say, No, not now. The girl was lost in her dream. She shook her head in the act of telling no. Down dropped the can of milk from her head. The maid woke up from the dream. The milk flooded the ground Tears rolled down from her eyes. Morals number 1. Don't be a dreamer. Or number 2. Don't count your chickens before they are hatched.